Good afternoon. It is day 136. Yesterday was great. I had a 6-mile downhill to get to a junction, and I saw one southbounder, one bear, and 2 trail runners. Turned off the trail and had just less than half a mile downhill on a dirt road, across the railway tracks, onto the sealed road. Just got my poles away. Car came up, half-heartedly put my thumb out, and they stopped. So they took me the rest of the way, which is just over half a mile, to Shelter Cove Resort. And wow, you arrive, there's a big sign telling hikers what to do, and basically it's they've set up some long tables and chairs and a tent, canvas top over it for shelter, and then another tent where you can recharge your electronics, and there's a microwave as well. So neat area for us to hang out at, and it's probably only not even 20 metres from the restaurant, so it kept us away from hanging out at their restaurant cluttering up the tables, but close enough for us to go over and eat a lot. So I arrived, dumped my pack in the hiker area, and had breakfast, and they actually had proper coffee there, so I had a latte. Big breakfast. Met some people that I've seen on trail for a while, chatted, had lunch, chatted. So it was a very social time. I didn't get any video editing done. Yeah, just really neat time. And then one of the RVers asked me to go and talk to him and his wife about their trail, because their daughter is doing it next year. So I did that and got plied with a bit of wine, and then they gave me a sandwich and some fruit and some cheese to take away as well, which is nice. Hung out with the hikers, ate my sandwich for dinner. Yeah, just more socialising. Really neat bunch of people there. Picked up my package and just bought a couple of extra things ready for my resupply. Yeah, went to the free area they've put aside for PCT hikers, and yeah, had a good night. This morning, slept in a little bit, finally did some video editing, got a couple done, packed up, went to the restaurant, and it was closed due to a family emergency. It's closed until Wednesday. Gutted, the looks on everyone's faces, all the hikers. Yeah, so that was very disappointing. So I had a big bag of chips and a chocolate milk for breakfast. But then there was some trail magic. Some friends of one of the hikers arrived with this massive spread of food. So a lot of it was nice, healthy food as well. So I had some lovely sandwiches and fruit and cheese, really stuffed. Then someone else brought over a cake for us. So yeah, just didn't end up needing the restaurant in the end. Had some good food. And then I decided to leave not long after that. So walking back to the trail now, with this big uphill back to the trail, which is why I'm puffing. So my plan is to have a really gentle day. Basically I'm looking at getting to 15-mile mark, and that will take me to the top of a hill. From there, the terrain it goes downhill, and then it's just gentle small hills for the next 60 odd miles. So I have decided to do my 24-hour challenge in this section. Surprisingly few people do it, so I'm worried I've missed something, but I'm going to have a go. So yeah, I'll start tomorrow, probably around 7 o'clock in the morning. But I'm not committed, do or die, to doing 24 hours. The minute I get a little niggle that settles in, or I get anything that starts to hurt that I think is going to turn into something more, then I'm stopping. Because I can't afford an injury. I just don't have the time now to be able to sit out for a couple of weeks. So pretty much it's going to be hiking until my body says no. And then I'll just see how far I go. I'd love to do 50 miles. I think that would be an amazing milestone. But as I say, I am going to really be listening to my body. Yeah, I just don't want to hurt myself, so I'd rather not set any personal records and finish the trail. But pretty sure I can beat my current record of 32 miles. Yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow and tomorrow night. And basically from here, just arriving at the trail now, and then the plan is to take a zero on Sisters. So, getting a tired arm holding this. Alright, back on trail. Alright, so this afternoon I've got two big hills. You want to go up and down and back up again. That's what the day is going to consist of. So 63 miles from here to Sisters. Alright, so no, it's more than 63. 70 something. From tonight it'll be 63. Okay. Here's our normal warnings. And on trail. At Shelter Cove there was an almost even mix of northbounders and sobos, southbounders. And these are mainly true southbounders. Though there are a couple of northbounders flipped. But yeah, quite neat. They have different experiences than us. But hearing about their stories coming through Washington, most of them had bad weather for about a week going through Washington, so hopefully I don't get that. Come from that way, Mount Diamond up there. This is Odell Lake, and the resort, I think you can't see it, I think it's around in the bay in there. But beautiful lake. Look at that. Woohoo! Beautiful. And I'm back into the trees. My body's feeling okay. My stomach's a bit bloated from the food. But the reason I've decided to do a half day before starting my challenge is, even though I've only taken 2 half days, my body seems to wants to warm up a little bit before getting back into the hiking. So coming out of Neros or zeros, I always have a few little niggles that settle down within sort of half a day. So this time round my left Achilles is niggling a little bit, which is a weird place. I've never had troubles with my Achilles. But I'm pretty sure it's just gonna, once I warm up a bit, it'll disappear off. But yeah, once I have a sleep and then my next full day, usually I'm feeling much better. Highway crossing, just in case I missed the big road and cars. This is Highway 58 at Willamere Pass. I think that's what it is. Sounds like a busy road. There's been lots of traffic. So it looks like I've got a bit of a clear patch. Oh no, I've got to wait. All the holiday traffic. And And across the road onto the path. Big empty building there. I assume that's the snow clearance equipment in winter or something like that. Right. These blue markers up on the trees, it's for the skiers. Nice marking for them. So now the first of the two big hills starts. I think this one is 4 miles and it's, I think it was 1,300 feet. There's a ski sign. Of these flowers alongside the trail. Rosemary Lake's 3.5, Maiden Lake 6, Gold Lake 10. Not sure if I'm going, those are on the PCT or not, but we'll see. I just saw what looks to be a weasel. Weasel, stoat, ferret, ermine, something in that family. Unfortunately it was off and into the bush before I could get my camera out. Nice to see something different from chipmunks and squirrels, even if it was only a quick sighting. Alright, Lower Rosemary Lake. And that's Pulpit Rock up there. Nice that we're actually seeing the lake from the trail this time. So yeah, this is Lower Rosemary Lake with Pulpit Rock up there. And then I'm going to get to the next lake will be Middle, and then the following one Upper. But yeah, that's a beautiful lake, beautiful colour. This is the Middle Rosemary Lake with Pulpit Rock. And here is the third one. This is the Upper Rosemary Lake, a bit smaller. Right, Maiden Lake down there and Waldo Lake in 8 miles this way. Now I get to go down for a while. Just said hi to a guy, just looked at me. He said nothing back. So I said to him, hi! Finally he went, ugh. Lady behind him was normal. You know, she said hi. But yeah, it's just rude. Just some acknowledgement. Don't have to talk. Oh, hang on a minute. Why am I still going uphill? I'm not at the top yet. False alarm. I still have another 0.3 miles of climbing to get to the top. Alright, I see at least 5 lakes in this shot. Lower, Middle and Upper, I'm not sure it's Rosemary or Rosemary. Lake Odell, and I think that one behind it is Crescent Lake. And then, not sure what the one behind it is. Wow, that's impressive. And then, yeah, Pulpit Rock. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! Now I've reached the top and start heading down. I forgot to mention something pretty significant that happened when I was at Shelter Cove. I had some internet and I was checking my emails and I got an email from the New Zealand consulate. Didn't realise we had a consulate in California, but this lady said that someone has found my travel documents in the Sierras. Wow! So apparently a lady was with a scout group and they found it. She contacted her husband and informed him of this while she was still on the trail. He then went to the trouble, you know, they I think the permit that has the email address is sort of disintegrated, but the passport still in decent condition. So he went to the trouble to research and find the number for the New Zealand consulate, and rang them and advised them that the passport and money had been found. The consulate then contacted the New Zealand Passport Office, who have all my contact details, and the consulate lady contacted me and told me about this, and she gave me the contact details for Mr. Ross, who was the husband. So I contacted him, and he told the consulate that his wife was going to leave it with the ranger station. So on the 4th, would have been Sunday. So I received this email on the 4th. So I rushed off an email to him saying, thank you for reporting it, and could he contact his wife and ask her not to leave it with the ranger, but to bring it home with her, take out pretty much a third of the money as a donation to the scout troop and to cover postage, and to mail it to me. And I got word back from him that afternoon saying his wife was on the way home with it in her possession. So that is absolutely marvellous. The chances of, number one, anyone finding it, and of all people to find it, you know, a scout group's a pretty honest group of people, and then just to have people that cared enough to, you know, do the research and track down the owner. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I've asked them to mail it to Cascade Locks, which is hopefully where my replacement of the replacement passport will be arriving, though the passport office told me it was processed and I'd be contacted by the courier company, and I haven't been contacted by the courier company. So I followed up with the passport office today saying, hey, haven't heard anything. But yeah, so that was some wow, out of the blue and amazing news. Bobby Lake's 2 miles. That's the next water source. Maiden Peak. I'll skip that one, thank you. So continuing downwards, down to Bobby Lake, where I'll refill with water, have a little rest, ready for the next uphill. Up to and past 2 guys. They were looking so tired, like every step was an effort. They're just heading to the lake, which is less than a mile away, but boy, they look tired, and I always feel a little mean as I cheerfully say, you know, good morning or good afternoon, good evening, and then just breeze past them and disappear into the distance. It's amazing what trail fitness does for you. I mean, what they're walking like is what I was walking like at the very, you know, my first week on trail. Yeah, but I do always feel just a little mean. Speaking to the 3rd member of those guys' party, and really sad but neat story. So one of them has always wanted to do the PCT, but he has now got Parkinson's, so he can't do the whole thing. So they are out here, all their close friends, trying to support him to do as much of the trail as they can. So they started yesterday, I think they said, and hoping to get through to Cascade Locks. So that's really neat. I knew someone with Parkinson's, so I know how much of an effort it is to be doing things. So you know, the determination of that guy to be walking a section of the PCT, it's pretty impressive. This is a new type of filter that
Yard sale.
Yard sale.
Betty.
Yard sale. It has shown me. I'm at the lake at the moment. Can't
Bobby
remember.
Lake.
I'm at Bobby Lake filtering water, and this is a Hydro Blue filter. It's got a little window there so you can see the fibers so that you know when you need to back flush it. And look at that flow. I'm not even squeezing, that's just coming through naturally. That is just amazing. It's a 0.1 micron filter, so I'd need to do the research on having a look at it, but it's the same concept as the Sawyer. You can see the fibers through there. That is just amazing.
Here's the bee-free filter Katahdin. It's wonderful. Last year I used just a 1 liter, but I bought this one, and it has this hose, and it fills. Look at that flow. Look at that. You could take a shower.
That's a pretty good flow.
Yeah.
And so the actual filter is just that blue thing inside.
Yeah, and to clean it, you just swish it in the lake.
Yeah.
Or you shake it in the bag. You shake the bag. Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for showing me.
You're welcome.
I now see part of why Garage Sale gets her name. She's just turned from hiker to trail angel because she saw me struggling with my my Sawyer, and
Sawyer.
yeah. So she's actually giving me her filter. She should be given a commission from the VersaFlow.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she should be given a commission because she sold it.
Yes.
And so I'm going to try it out for a while and then do a review on the video of how it goes. But
Yes.
thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
This is Bobby Lake. Beautiful. Almost tempted to stop, but I'd really like to get higher up on the hill before I go. And neat bunch of people. Yeah, so neat little bunch. We got Music Man.
Nice to meet you.
We got Huckleberry and
Yard sale.
Yard Sale. As you can see from all the stuff scattered.
All the stuff. This isn't even half. Oh, no, yeah.
Compared to a little bit scattered and pretty tidy. Alright, happy trails guys.
Thank you.
What a neat bunch of people. It's quite cool. I enjoy the encounters like that. Getting to meet the different people. So those three, they're section hiking. And they've done quite a few sections already. And I had to ask them the story of how they all started hiking together, because I know when you're through hiking the trail families form, but section hiking's a bit harder. But yeah, so it was quite cool. Alright, so, and very generous of Yard Sale to give me that filter. It just looks amazing. Just trying it out. Almost effortless. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just seeing if it stays like that. If so, I might be changing and having that as my go-to filter. Alright, so I'm heading back up to the junction to get back on trail. And then I want to get at least halfway up this big hill. I'll see how I'm feeling after that. Might go a little further to near the top. And that will then set me up well for tomorrow. Right, back at the trail junction. So that was Bobby Lake. Now back on Pacific Crest Trail. Now I have 1,100 feet to climb over 4.5 miles. So once again, a fairly gentle hill. Yeah, so it'd be nice to do 2 or 3 miles tonight. But also, there's a Lake Waldo that will be off to the left as I'm climbing, so it'd be lovely to get some views of that. 2 southbounders, guys in their 20s, showed perfect trail etiquette. As they approached, they took out one of their earbuds, and I was going uphill for one, and he pulled over and let me pass and said hello. And then the other, he was going uphill, so I pulled over and he said hello and thanked me. perfect trail etiquette. And another young guy with perfect trail etiquette we're passing. So that guy from earlier, as I got to what I thought was the saddle and the high point, has an anomaly. Just one single grumpy guy, definitely the minority. And I think that's why I comment on it, because it is just so unusual. Most people on the trail are really good, really friendly, and adhere to the basic etiquette. Some of the newer ones, they'll give way to me when they're going uphill. So I thank them, but say to them that, they actually have right away. So next time they know. Little things that you pick up along the trail. There's no book that tells you, when approaching another person on trail, here is what you should do. It's just things you pick up from other people around you. One thing I didn't mention about Shelter Cove, it was mosquito free. It's like they've got this magic force field around it, keeping the mosquitoes away. I don't know why it was mosquito free, but it was really nice. I'm saying that because there's a few mosquitoes around at the moment. It's still not too bad. But in the hiker box was some natural insect repellent, DEET free. Thought I'd give it a try. Yeah, it's pretty useless. Mosquitoes just don't care about it. So thankfully I haven't bought any, and I have the same stuff that I have been using. The shop sold more. So I bought 2 sticks just because they're really good and hard to get hold of. And I know they work. A couple of Sobos, they went to each side of the path as I was coming up, and then put the hiking poles up like you do with your swords to go through the channel. So I gave them a salute with my sword / hiking pole. Not that they probably recognise what that was, but anyway, I did so. Shelton Lake, 4 3/4, Bobby Lake, 3 miles. Boy, that went quick. So I had 1.5 miles to get to the summit. So pretty much I'll start looking for a camp spot. There was one just short of the summit that I saw on gut hooks this morning, but I'm just looking now and it's disappeared, as has the campsite that was on top of the summit. Really weird. Still no sign of Waldo. Where's Waldo? Somewhere through those trees.